Hello, dear ones. I am Lenore from the channel The Awakening Path, and today I have a very, very beautiful soul with us to share about her experience and her gifts. She is one of the pioneers on the alternative healing modalities. She Later, in the very beginning of her life, she understood the importance of that your thoughts has in your vibration, in your emotions, and also shaping your reality. Please welcome Lenore Culin. There she is. I can't hear you yet. If you have any question for Lenore, we're going to address in the end of the live. Welcome to the Awakening Path, Lenore. Thank you for accepting.
Thank you, Eleonora. So nice to see you.
It's a pleasure to have you here today with us. And we met at the Soul Search Expo in Scottsdale. And our name kind of has the same vibration, Lenore, Eleonora. And I felt that connection with you right away. And I'm very, very happy that you accepted to come to the podcast. So the first question that I asked to my guests is how your spiritual awakening has taken shape until at the moment. And the reason why I ask that is because my channel is like a bridge between the 3D matrix and people that are starting to understand that their thoughts really matter and must have another way outside of the matrix of doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results. So how have been for you your spiritual evolution?
There have been many points along the way. What comes to mind right now is when I was living in Paris. I had been a student and then married a Frenchman. I was living in Paris and I heard about these young people who were rebelling and wanting a different society. I admired their creativity because they were, well, breaking into gourmet shops, stealing champagne and caviar, and distributing it among the poor. But also there were students who were lighting vehicles on fire and overturning them, and they didn't like the materialism and the capitalism, they were calling it, of course, some of them at that time. And what I saw was that they actually weren't helping anybody. They weren't helping to bring about what they wanted, because then people weren't trusting young people. They wouldn't pick them up hitchhiking. It restricted their freedom, and unless they're teaching people to make their own champagne and caviar, I didn't see how that was going to help them in the long run.
Lenore, I don't know if I can interrupt you. Your internet is a little bit glitchy. Is there any way that you can improve it? Not, we continue the way it is.
You want to continue?
If you can improve your internet a little bit, it would be great. If not, we can continue.
Do you want me to do something different?
Now I think it's getting stable. Let's just continue. because people still can understand you well. It's just the image that's getting a little bit glitchy sometimes, but it's okay. We can continue. So you're talking about the rebellion in Paris, and you are admiring them, but you could see the big picture. You can continue from there.
Right. This was over 55 years ago. And I came to the conclusion that what I wanted to do was to help to inspire people to change from the inside out. I remember coming to that conclusion. So that was one of the earliest realizations. And also I have to say that I did have a near-death experience when I was 17 years old with appendicitis. And the doctor told me it was actually the closest call who had survived that he had seen. It wasn't a classical in the tunnel to the light, but I had a feeling of a dream, as if I was in a dream and there was another dream coming from very far away. And there was possibility of hopping from my dream onto the other one. and what I felt, especially this other reality or possibility that I had, was so warm and welcoming. There were all these people practically cheering and welcoming me. And somehow I had a feeling I knew what that meant, that I had an opportunity to pass. But then, and I decided, why not? I'm going to do this. But then I had second thoughts. I thought, oh, my family would never understand that I'm going to this wonderful place. They'll just think I died and that was it.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to somehow communicate to them that I was making a choice. I also had the feeling my life was going to become more difficult if I stayed. But what happened is this scroll appeared in my mind and I wrote a poem to them somehow, and that seemed quite real, explaining how I appreciated so much all my experiences with them and the wonderful life I had had so far. And maybe about this sense it would become more difficult. And I had this other opportunity that they should not grieve, but celebrate. Please celebrate for me. But then I realized I didn't know how I could send the letter, how they be able to get it. So when I had that realization, I came back into my body, and actually a male nurse or intern came in on the regular rounds. He checked my pulse and went running out of the room with a handful of pills and said, "You must have a lot of friends," looking at all the flowers in the room, trying to bring me back, and so I missed that opportunity. And apparently my journey was just beginning.
Yeah, you didn't really miss it because eternity is always there for you, but this life is unique.
Well, the gift was that I then didn't have a fear of death, and I had this larger perspective on, if I'm still here, there must be a reason. And so I've had many adventures, and most of them quite wonderful and amazing, that have guided me along the spiritual path.
I know you are a student of A Course in Miracles. How that happened to you?
Well, there were a few steps leading up to it. I learned Transcendental meditation, first of all. Or I guess that was one of the next main landmarks, you might say. And I was actually teaching in Africa on a 2-year contract with a young baby. I was a young mother. And so I found I could get into the Transcendental meditation very easily. If I tried to do it when I first woke up in the morning, my daughter was apparently coordinated time-wise, so she would wake up at the same time, expecting breakfast, which is mother's milk, and so it was a little difficult sometimes at first to do, time-wise, to do the TM, Transcendental meditation. But when I did it, I felt like I was kind of gliding through the motions, teaching. I had 160 African teenagers a day,
Wow.
French speaking. And so I had to communicate in French to teach English. And the principal would drive me home during the breaks to breastfeed. So I did it everything all at once, and then I got dengue fever, which made it impossible for me to meditate. It was high fever and headache, and I couldn't take any pain meds. That would have made it more dangerous for about 10 days and quite debilitating. So somehow at some point I made the realization, maybe it was almost too soon to meditate in that way, because I was here for life experience and to like feel the humanity of it is what gave me the motivation in the long run to be of service and to develop empathy and to want to do something like A Course in Miracles, which when I moved back to the US with a 2-year-old, and my husband decided he was going to travel for 2 years, the Course in Miracles became more important for me to understand that necessity and the value of forgiveness for healing and unconditional love. And what also happened before that, and what helped my understanding, was a book.
Do you remember which year was that?
What is that?
Do you remember which year was that? The course was published in 1977.
Right. So I think it was 76, or maybe even the end of, yeah, I believe it was 76.
You were one of the first students. Very cool.
Right. I was in a meditation group. I hadn't gone in several months because it was quite a drive from where I was working in the suburbs of New York in the social services. And I had to drive by myself at night and get a babysitter, while I was gone. But I decided to attend the meditation group the night when the instructor had been asked to introduce A Course in Miracles, try it out with his meditation group. So he had he had the first week of the workbook in mimeographed sheets, which there may not be many people alive who remember those.
I don't even know what is that.
They, yeah, it was like a bluish violet print, and
That's beautiful.
that's how long ago it was. But when I saw it and I looked at it, I thought, I can do this. It's just, you read the instructions, you do what it says.
Yeah.
And I recognized right away that I wanted to really be serious about it.
You can keep going.
Oh.
You can keep going. I just wanted to get mine here.
Right, right. Well, we didn't have any paperback versions back then, I believe. And at some point, the books actually vanished from my from where I was living. I never knew. I wasn't sure what happened to them, but I worked with that intensively for at least 10 years, going through the workbook several times and teaching it actually at the Colorado Institute of Transpersonal Psychology in Boulder. And as that was in the Department of Comparative Religion or spirituality. That is, school is now part of Naropa Institute. After, by the end, I was director of admissions. And we actually had graduate programs in transpersonal psychology
Oh,
that were
that's
accredited. And I also developed other holistic programs. But then I was still having some physical problems, especially headaches. And I had an opportunity to visit in Phoenix, and I had so many people inviting me to come stay and live here, and breaking out in channeling of why I needed to be there. So I ended up moving to Phoenix, and that's when I became I was really serious about developing my own way, because I had studied so many kinds of meditation. And of course, the Course in Miracles was so foundational, but I wanted to more fully embody it and feel it. I felt that I really understood and appreciated the concepts, but that there was a deeper level where it would reach more into the feeling body and the physical body. And so I put all the things that had been the most important for me, the concepts from A Course in Miracles, and that I had learned from my travels, even in Africa and China, about energy and intention and the power of words, as you mentioned at the beginning.
yes.
Um, and um, and so I decided to apply it all specifically to myself. I associated different qualities with the energy centers of the body and the colors of the spectrum as a way to kind of give order to my intentions. And I actually wanted to become clear. So I used this process to clear my mind, my emotions, relax the body, and align with my spiritual self before I did my silent meditation. So that's was my initial intention of developing what I came to call attunement. And it was a
Wow,
full.
that's really amazing, Lenore. We're going to talk about the attunements and the technique that you developed, but I would like to talk more about A Course in Miracles. Many people in the world has been using this book and successfully to bring their mind to sanity.
Yes.
actually
Mhm.
take your mind away from the fear programming and bring your mind aligned back with love through the practice of forgiveness. That's
Mhm.
what this book does. And this book is also, it contains the real teachings of Jesus about 2000 years ago. The one that the church did not allow to come through because it's a teaching that will free you from any source of enslavement. Because there is just one true enslavement that is of the mind. Because I think it was Socrates or Plato, I forgot which one was incarcerated, and they said, "But master, you are here in prison." No, I'm not in prison. My mind can go wherever you want. They can do whatever they want with my body, but they cannot control my mind because my mind is free. So
Right.
the true enslavement is the enslavement of the mind. When you free your mind through this book, I'm not saying that's the only way, there is many other ways. This one was more developed for the Western mind. That's really, really work. And as Lenore mentioned, there is a workbook. There are 365 lessons. And then you'll say, no way that we're going to expand the whole year doing lessons. No, I'm done with college. I'm done with studying. And when I heard about it, I said, I'm a fast learner. I will do in 6 months. But no, actually, you need at least 1 year because the beliefs that are in your mind that is keep your mind on the fear base, it was planted there for years and years and years. It's very deep inside your subconscious. So it's need to be undone gradually. You get rid of one unwanted beliefs, and then you need to replace with another when you get adjusted with the new one, and then you can let go of another one. Because if you change your mind too quick, you're going to completely lose reference about yourself. And then you look back as your ego can't take it. And then there will be psychosis, and it's not really what you want. This needs to be done slowly. But what happens is you don't need to wait the whole year to experience the benefits of that study. I would say that the first week, if you are paying attention, you already can also have more peace than before. In 3 months, you probably are attracting miracles in your life. And every time you do, it's just get better. So would you like to say anything else about the Course in Miracles before we go to the attunement part?
Well, I actually had people coming to my door say, I have a terrible toothache and it's Sunday. I can't go to the dentist. Can you help me?
Like, keep it going. Sorry, I just wanted to pick up another book. You can keep going. So the people was coming
and
to
of course in there,
they can then.
well, it was very, very easy, and I liked doing a lesson every day and following as best I could the instructions. And there were certain key points, like when I got to the lesson that was God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. That was a very important one for me. And if we can realize that, I mean, we wouldn't have any kind of awareness, any kind of life without that. course, with that animating creative aspect. And of course, there were many other quotes that I loved. About forgiveness, that is one of the main reasons I believe my attunement process is so effective for people, because that's what it builds to. It addresses so many of the aspects that could be keeping us from forgiveness, and with special music to help us feel, and not just have a thought, but feelings to go with the letting go, transforming anger or fear into love or flow and trust. So that's why I think some people have had complete turnarounds of their life in one listening, or they would listen to it every day for 5 years. A woman told me that she had listened to my attunement process through several remissions of cancer, along with her husband, every night for 5 years. I heard that 10 years after I met her at a class I gave, and she bought my CD. So
actually, let's before we talk about the attunements, let me show your website. And you have a 5-minute attunement over there. That's it's very beautiful. Let me see. Okay. Let me show to people and make sure they can hear the audio also. This one. Okay, that's her website. Very beautiful. There's all her services there. And over here is a 5 minutes free attunement. You can come here, experience don't try just one time and say, oh, it did not work, it did nothing for me. Try at least volume a little.
Now we allow a fine shower of gold to come down through the crown of the head and mingle with all the colors around the body. We feel this golden shower of liquid light blending with the violet at the top of the head, swirling with indigo blue throughout the head and in the third eye area. And now the golden light is flowing down into the throat, turning.
Okay, from here you can have an idea how it is.
And it includes a whole vision of world peace at the end. So in only 5 minutes, you can receive this golden attunement for yourself. And then, oops, and then create whatever visions you like for the world and humanity. While you're in this high vibration. So I'm really encouraging people to even do this on a daily basis for themselves and for all of humanity and the planet with what we're going through now. So it's right there, complimentary for anyone who goes to my page.
And let me just explain something to my public that is not really familiar with how energy works. I've been telling this story for a long time, but I like to repeat it so people really understand. Our body is not alive or dead. It's just a corpus animated by your soul, by your spirit. When after your conception, your soul, your spirit breathe with the spirit's intention, its flow is blow the universal love and life energy that you can call chi, prana, there are many names, through the fetus still in the tummy of your mom. And that's when the life really starts on the body. When the baby born, all cells of the body knows what to do, because each cell has consciousness and is connected to the divine consciousness, and work together with the other cells that each one has consciousness, know exactly what to do. The only thing you need to do is allow that energy, that universal love and life energy, to flow freely through your body. So all the cells get the nurturing that needs. That's the light. But throughout life, we put blockages that impede that light from flow through some parts of our body. And those blockages are low vibration emotions that come from our thoughts. And what type of thoughts are those? Are thoughts of anger, hate, shame, and many others. Let me just try to show here. There is a map of consciousness developed by Dr. David Hawkins that I would like to show you right now. Give me just 1 second. Because when you understand that map, and then you have an idea how your thoughts are really, really important. There you go. Are you able to see the screen? So all the problems that you experience in your life are based on thoughts that are in red. Oh, sorry, this one is in Portuguese. I'm so sorry. Let me just open the one in English. I swear I looked to the one in English, but I see what happened. Let me see. Is this one? Let me show again. There you go. Now it's in English. Everything I do in English, Portuguese, and Spanish. So that was Portuguese. So everything that happened to you that you think you don't like it is based on thoughts that you have. Under 200, that's courage. Thoughts of pride, anger, desire. That's desire. There is some of them, there is two sides of the same emotion, because the emotions are just, is not a good or bad. The use you do of that is what makes the difference. But there are some that's ambiguous by itself, like pride and desire, that can be passion, but can be addiction also. Fear can be the fear of something that will never happen, is not in front of you, but that quick response when you are in a real threat, that's the fear that you need, and so on. So those thoughts are the ones that create the blockages. And what the attunement does, the attunement, it's kind of scan the energy through your body and release those stuck energy that was put there by those thoughts. And the attunements, of course, is not the only way to do. There are many other alternative modalities, including Reiki, that's my modality, that you do the same thing. But when you use like music, because energy is translated by vibration. When you use music, it's like there is no translation, straight to there right away. You feel the music sometimes even bypass your thoughts, you just align your vibration right away. But Lenore is is the expert on that. I'd like her to talk more about how she decided to come up with this program and how it was giving birth, your attunements.
Well, I understand this this map of consciousness, and so actually there have been many confirmations that I was on the right track with what I was doing, creating with my attunement process for myself initially, and then I would receive guidance from this higher aspect of myself after I made a tape of my own affirmations that were preparing me for my silent meditation. And then I would receive insights, and that guided me to go to the ARE medical clinic in Phoenix, where I was living. And this was 40 years ago. That's inspired by Edgar Cayce, who was also instrumental in helping me understand this idea of how he said thoughts are things, what we think. They return to us like angels and good in our life when we have positive thoughts. And so I was able to apply my process. I was asked to initially as a volunteer, because I was interested in the Department of Energy Medicine. I found out they needed someone to develop a new modality using color, light, and music. And so I volunteered and I wrote the brochure about it. I was able to have access to research in the library there of energy medicine. So I could refine what I was doing for myself and create this new modality that we called attunement, because in a quote by Edgar Cayce, all strength and all healing comes from attuning of the living cellular forces to our spiritual heritage. So reconnecting with source, with God, with this flow of positive creative life energy, that was all included in the program. And my attunement was going through all the colors of the spectrum, and when the head of the department, Harvey Grady, he could see auras and on several levels. So he asked me what I planned to do, setting up this new modality, and I wrote the different color lights, which they already had a set of lights and a therapy bed underneath. It was all set up for me. The universe responded to how I was able to apply my best intentions, my service. And so I wrote for each of the colors, and he said, well, yeah, that looks great. I just have one suggestion, and that is to add the gold at the end as an integrating energy. And I just turned the paper over, and I had gold already planned to do that at the end. So that was another synchronicity, and that's that golden attunement. It's really the finale of the video I was asked to create by people who had breakthroughs and extraordinary results with this modality that I had developed. They said, "You please create a video so we can keep having breakthroughs at home."
Oh, that's really amazing. I'm really happy that you were inspired to give to people these other tools that has no side effects.
Right.
There is no side effects. And you talk a lot about the colors of the spectrum. and that's directly connected to the chakras, to the
Mhm.
7 chakras on the body. That
Of
I
course, there are many systems, and I use the most universal, and there are also many subtleties through that, and I even have iridescent and jewel tones at the end, and different blending of different areas. Some of the colors, like violet, go all the way through, and the color red, I found in the clinic with the red light, if they were on dimmer switches, if I turned it up to pink, how different it felt. I see you're wearing pink today. And of course,
I was
divine
going
love
to do that.
would be one expression or association, quality. And so I use that in the video where I use red for being strong and grounded in the body, and for passion and courage, and then to help us also feel those emotions in the areas in the body where we're that are denser, where we're holding the feelings and emotions back instead of acting or speaking. And then I add more white light. And when we do that, I have imagery like bubbles and roses and flowers, and where there's an opening to a flow that helps to release in a very safe and gradual way every time you listen to it. And I've had to use it for myself when I was literally seeing red. I played it over and over. On my way to a program on inner harmony and peace where I was supposed to. I was leaving a relationship. My car was piled high, but I listened to my little cassette tape. It's less than 2 minutes, red into pink, and I kept rewinding it. So by the time I arrived at the Logo Center in Scottsdale, Arizona, to give my talk, I stepped out of the car. There was a complete double rainbow. And I realized the anger was completely gone, completely gone. And then the people at the program, there was a surgeon from the Netherlands who told me, thank you so much for giving us a tool, because we as physicians can't really help our patients in that way, and even for ourselves. So I've had top medical doctors working with Deepak Chopra use it for themselves as well as their patients. And somebody who was clairvoyant, apparently, he said, and the room was filled with the most beautiful pink light.
Well,
So
that's
I don't have any special gifts like that. I don't really see in that way. I don't normally hear words or channel, but and so anybody can do this as far as putting together the things they feel are most helpful to them, that they want to focus on to move forward with, and also recognizing with whatever comes up when they try to do that, to have the understanding that it's something in them, even if it seems like something outside. We learn that in the Course in Miracles,
yes.
that we can change our perception, and our whole life will change.
Yes, I don't know. Let me talk to the public right now. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna be listening to those 5 minutes that is in her website at least for 7 days, and I will pay attention what will happen to me. I suggest
Oh,
that you do the same and just let you know what are your accomplishments. And she gratefully created a coupon code. Whoever get in contact with this video and want to try her services, she have a coupon code for the whole month of July. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you just use that coupon code. You can find in the description of this live. Just go there to her website, use the coupon code, choose the service that you want. If you're not sure, just try those 5-minute meditation attunements that's already there. If you see an improvement, whatever she does one by one to you, is specialized for you, you can at least multiply by 10.
Thank you so much. Yes, that's wonderful to suggest that. And the coupon code is PEACE, PEACE 20 for 20% off. And that's on the remote healing, which is what I developed a couple of decades after attunement. But I found because of practicing this attunement, it was very easy for me to connect with people at the highest level, which is what I feel is necessary to do the best kind of remote healing. And then I help to stream coherence to where those areas of density and whatever I'm given to do for a person. And I ask for whatever's going to be the very most helpful for the issues, the concerns, the goals, and it can even be a project you want to move forward. And so I'd be helping to clear the way for that for you energetically, because often we have patterns, if not from our own lifetime, this lifetime, and traumas and whatever we've experienced, there are inherited imprints that can be addressed energetically. So whatever comes up, I'm also able to address. It won't necessarily be the whole answer, but it could very well be an important key that it would be difficult to make progress without addressing something specifically. And meanwhile, just going through the Course in Miracles and doing our own work, there's so much we can do. So I use the remote healing for those most persistent areas where you're really having difficulty moving forward, or it's just a mysterious thing. You have no idea why you suddenly have these outbursts when you're not even really angry or shouldn't be, even working with the Course in Miracles. So yeah, I'm happy, and I love doing the remote work to support people in ways they may not be able to access otherwise.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for creating the coupon code. And I just would like to explain a little bit about energy again. Lenore explained about clear up the path. And we have not been taught that at school anywhere. But the nature of absolutely all events of any sort in our life is energy. First, there is the energy, the vibration, and then from that comes the thoughts, the beliefs that generates the vibration and the emotion, or the emotion and then the vibration, and sends out to the ether, combined with other similarities, and then manifests in the physical. That's going to take some time, or sometimes it'll be quick, depending on how much passion we put on that.
Right.
And when she's cleaning up those paths, it's like the vibration you are at the moment is the one that is telling you which vibration that's available on the universe you are connecting to. So there are beliefs on you that may keep you connecting to an energy on the universe that will bring a manifestation that's not the one you want. When you do the attunement, you are cleaning up, get rid of those beliefs, and put you in a more positive vibration to connect with the results that's the one you are looking for. I'm not sure if I was kind of clear to understand, to explain how it's complex. Some people get the first time, or it'll take a little time, and it's hard to believe because we have been told that's not the way that work, that things just happen random, or you are lucky, or you are in luck, or people are good to you or bad to you. It's just putting your power, giving your power away. Because honestly, everything that's really happened to you is a direct response from the vibration that you are sending out at the exact moment. So let me just talk a little bit about A Course in Miracles again. This is a year of forgiveness. This book was developed by, was written by Tina Louise Spalding based on Jesus' commentary from 2019. Tina decided to do the lessons online, and then Jesus would come through. If you don't know Tina Louise Spalding, she is the channel of Jesus. So Jesus will give a commentary from the lesson of the day. And there was just so much wisdom in those commentaries where he would kind of point out how each lesson was connected to our daily problems and how could we use them. So it's really an amazing book, and Tina really wants to make it very beautiful. It's like there is pictures and it's all, what is the picture? It's all colorful. It's really amazing. When I got this book, my son was 4 years old and he used to call the beautiful book. So if you want to learn more about, I'm translating these books to Portuguese, and it's about to go, is in a final stage to be published in Portuguese, and the version in Spanish is already available. But I'd like to ask you, Lenore, would you like to do with us like a transcendental meditation? Is that something you can do, like maybe 5, 10 minutes or 15, as long as you want to do it? Can you do that for us?
Well, what I would like to do is, you have the end of the attunement process with the golden attunement, and the very beginning, I use what I call a white light clearing or a heart light clearing, and I found that is very helpful because it's something anyone can do, and we have found in research through the Heart Math Institute how beneficial it is to rest our awareness in the heart area, in the heart space, and to bring our attention there. So what I recommend and begin the attunement process with is the breathing. And I suggest we allow a breath, that we were not taking a breath, we're just allowing it, because we have this divine love all around us all the time, and it's free. We can raise our vibration anytime just by becoming aware of our breath. And also, I found through research that combining the breath with visualization and intention is especially effective for energizing and clearing the vibrational field, the aura. Through Kirlian photography, I was able to demonstrate that, at least for myself. I'm not trying to prove it to anybody else, So that's why I use this at the beginning. And since then, there's just so much confirmation how it helps to bring all of the body systems into balance and expand our thinking and our mind to be much more inclusive and embracing of possibilities. So if anyone listening now or later would like to allow a beautiful
let's
breath.
do this way, Lenore. I'm gonna put the video again, and then you just lead us in the beginning. How about that? And then you let it run the 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Oh,
to do that?
You'd like to just do the golden light again?
Yes. And just allow play the 5 minutes. What do you think?
That would be fine, because then you'll have the visual and the music to support it, which is very powerful. Yes.
Okay, so
okay.
just bring it in.
All right.
Let me put it from the beginning again. I ask that if you are driving, save it for later. And let me just start sharing. Okay.
And now we allow a fine shower of gold to come down through the crown of the head and mingle with all the colors around the body. We feel this golden shower of liquid light blending with the violet at the top of the head, swirling with indigo blue throughout the head and in the third eye area. And now the golden light is flowing down into the throat, turning like a galaxy amid sapphire blue. Now this golden light flows through the neck and shoulders, bringing warmth and comfort as it moves into the beautiful heart center, joining with the white source light and radiating through the rose color and a beautiful emerald green around the heart. And now we feel the golden light flowing down the arms and moving also to illumine the solar plexus area, raising the vibration of yellow as it shimmers with the iridescent sheen of wisdom and joy. We now feel the golden light moving down into the abdominal area and pelvic region, refining the healing effects of orange there and helping to bring harmonious balance between the male and female aspects. And now this golden light moves down to the base of the spine, blending with a beautiful ruby red and flowing down now through and around the legs, bringing with it and blending all of those beautiful colors, sparkles of all the colors now flowing through the body, down through the legs and out the soles of the feet, out the palms of the hands, as we feel these energies flowing, washing through us from the spiritual plane, and we offer them now to the earth. We offer our energies in gratitude for being sustained in life here. And the earth joyfully receives this golden light with the distilled colors of all our experiences and thoughts and feelings, which we offer now and share. We picture this golden light and the colors flowing now to the center of the earth, and we see there is an amber glow already shining there, growing brighter from all those who have offered the earth thoughts and prayers of peace and light. And this light in the center of the earth is now growing and shining to the surface. We feel it rising up our legs and body to our heart center, and we imagine this light offered now to the heart of every being upon the planet. Using this power of visualization, we see that light within each one growing brighter, reaching out, sharing the light, until we picture now the surface of the planet glowing with this beautiful golden light and all the colors blending harmoniously together. And the earth becomes brighter and brighter until it shines like a sun out into the universe.
Oh, thank you. That was amazing.
You can just listen to it too, to more internalize the feelings and your thoughts. So, yeah.
As you're told, put the intention. If there is something that's bothering you, it can be like a headache or pain in your neck or absolutely anything. Just put the intention to that light to go there and work on that area, because you are so powerful with your thoughts, and when you put your intention on the things that you really want,
right,
and you align your vibration with that, the universe just needs to deliver to you. It's as simple. Don't believe me? Just try. Try for
we're
7
on the
days.
same wavelength.
Let us not work.
That's the channel we want to tune into, right?
Yes.
We
Yes.
have that example. It's so clear when you tune into a TV or radio or what you want to see on the internet. That can be remote healing for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me just show my screen, agora. I'm sorry, I put some Portuguese on there. Sorry.
Oh.
Just to show people my website. It's very beautiful. Everything is in English, Portuguese, and Spanish. And if you want to try my services for free, I am a Reiki practitioner. But I do much more than that. I speak through the sessions and I connected to my higher self, and I'm doing that, or the higher self of the person, if it's one-to-one. And everything is in alignment with A Course in Miracles and many other modalities that I learned throughout the years. And I have a library of free versions that you can just go there and learn. It's really free. I don't even ask you to become a user on the website. It's completely free. You just go there. I ask if it's really make the difference to you, just let us know and spread the word. Just tell whatever to everybody you know that can benefit. I'll just play a little bit.
Relaxed. The light is touching your scalp. Relax your scalp. It's touching your eyebrows. Relax the eyebrows.
Let me move it straight away.
Now feel the light coming down from your arms and get released in the air. Now you have 12 rays of golden light.
I want to go straight to the root.
Thoughts and beliefs that you wanted to work on this life, work and release. They are doing you a favor. But now that you know, restructure the relationship in a way that you can respect them and they can respect you.
So, oh, sorry, Eileen, I need to stop there. I didn't stop the video. So, is free. If you want to try, there is to help you fall asleep, release stress, and also to heal each one of the chakras.
Wonderful.
And if you want a longer version where I send the energy to clear the negative energy from your house, to send a positive energy to the neighborhood, clean up your align of your chakras and connect you to the universe and many other things in the same session. And then I have like a membership that is only $22 a month. And the first one is free. You can practically do a lot. Try 1 month for free. And then if it works out for you, you continue. If not, just cancel. Lenore, that was an absolutely pleasure to have you here today. Do you have a departure message for us?
Well, the word gratitude comes to me, the attitude of gratitude. And I think it said in the Course in Miracles that the only attitude that is appropriate to another human being is one of appreciation. Also, the more we're grateful, it's inviting more good into our life, almost like a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Thank you. The more we can be grateful. To me, it's a shortcut to changing our thinking from the blaming to seeing what we can appreciate in a person or a situation, or for making us aware of something that we may need to address in ourselves. And so I'm very grateful to you, Eleonora, that we met and we're so like-minded, heart-minded in our work and our understandings. So it has been delightful. And to all those who are watching now or in the future, I say namaste. And you may know this word, it may just be a foreign word to some, but to me, it is like a summary of the Course in Miracles. The light in me honors the light in you.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a one word, I don't know if hook's the best word, reminder of a good attitude to have that will help you grow spiritually and elevate everything in your life, is think of that word namaste, and especially what it means. The light in me honors the light in you.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Lenore. And you just touched a subject that I have to explain a little bit more. I told you that all the problems in your life is when you are vibrating in red, you have those types of thoughts. And then you say, oh, but all the things that I want on life is using 500. But I'm here feeling guilt in 30, and I'm here in shame. I will never get to 500. And that's where you are really wrong. We human beings, our natural state is love. And as you told, as Lenore told, there is a lot of shortcuts to come out from anywhere from here straight to here, straight to 500. One of them is gratitude. Why? Because when you are thinking of something that you are grateful for, especially when you are thinking about why you are grateful for, you are connecting your mind with the vibration of that thought. The universe doesn't know if the emotion, the vibration you are sending come from something that's happening in front of you, or if it just come from memory. It doesn't care. It's no, but it just doesn't care. The energy, the vibration that you are emit, that's the one you get. So appreciation take you straight to love. Gratitude take you straight to love. Every time that you bring your mind to the present moment, you automatically come to love because it's your natural state. For many people that are here, it's hard to stay here for longer. But after you practice that, being here a little bit longer, when you fall back here, oh, you're not gonna like it. You're gonna find ways to come back here because your mind always wants to be in peace.
Well, and also if we see other people and we're judging them for whether it's pride or anger, selfishness, we're the thought of that judgment is lowering our own vibration.
Yeah,
So we need to
because
remind ourselves, don't go there because you're, you know, it doesn't
blame
help your
and
own
guilt.
vibration to see
Yeah,
other people in that light.
blame and guilt is of similar vibration study. You are so self-righteous that you are just judging and you think you are in love. But actually, for you to even see the guilt, you need to come here to that vibration of guilt. Because guilt and blame is the same vibration. And when I realized that, when I was doing the Course in Miracles, the a real breakthrough that I saw was judgment. And when you are even judging the weather, you are lowering your vibration. And it's something that, for example, there is a group and you come to the group and then you say, oh, it's too hot. Oh my goodness. There will be like, if there is 10 people, at least 8 will agree with you, and you tell that one version of that. But if you come happily and say, wow, that's a sunny day, the flowers look beautiful, so maybe 1 or 2 will agree with you and say something about. So it's more like a societal condition that we have to interact more in negativity. But I don't care. Now I decided I'm not judging the weather. I'm not judging the weather. And we should have already stopped, but it's just a subject that can stop. I did a practical exercise when I realized, okay, I do my best not to judge. And I went to a garden in Los Angeles where there is a lot of people dressing all sorts of ways. And then I was just observing what my mind was doing. And then my mind would see a lady that was almost not dressed. And then my mind would say, is that close to going public? That's not my business. That's how she feel good dressing. That's it for her. You have nothing to do with that. So move on. And then another one. Oh, that's a little too, no, she's not, doesn't matter she's fat, she has the body that is promoting to her the experience that she need at the moment to accomplish the lesson that she need to. So because we don't know what anything is for. So that day, it was so clear to me how our mind go in the automatic. even though I did my mental decision of do not judge, how quick the ego does. And I was really sharp that day. No, you're not going there. I was training my ego not to go in judgment. But
I
it's
suggest,
interesting.
Eleonora, I find that if I'm going to a situation or a group, and if I think to offer love and kindness ahead, then it feels great. It
Yeah.
feels great. So preemptively, we can do that too.
Oh, that's right. Because when you set your intention again to the universe is already prompting you, arranging everybody that has the same intention as you. And those are the ones that you're going to interact.
And
Yeah.
also, this is very important, not to judge ourselves.
Yes,
And
because
accept that forgiveness for ourselves, because it's just when we become aware of it, then we can congratulate ourselves. Wow, I caught myself going to a low energy and frequency. So let me give myself some love and forgiveness, as well as to others. Otherwise, if we're not loving ourselves, how can we share it with others?
exactly,
So
that's another
it's so
huge
essential.
lesson of
Yeah,
Course in Miracles. You
we can
cannot
always.
give what you don't have. So love starts with you. Forgiveness starts with you. All good
So,
things that you want to give to others, you need to give yourself first. You
and we are,
practice, when you become a master, it's like overflowing from you. And then you're ready to share, just let it flow. You
and
bath
we are,
everybody that's around.
we are always free to choose again, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. I think
And
we really,
the
yeah,
past can catch me not is some from the
yes.
Course in
You
Miracles.
know
Just
what, Lenore? Let's do one thing, because I can see that you are very passionate about A Course in Miracles. I am too. I did the lessons in English and in Spanish to my channel already. I'm translating the book to Portuguese. So I'm really passionate about A Course in Miracles. If you'd like to come back for us to talk more about A Course in Miracles, I will be delighted to do that.
yeah. Yes, we could arrange that, certainly.
Okay. I would love to do that, but now I will let you go because we are about 1 hour and 20 minutes. That was a pleasure to first meet you in person and also to have you in this channel. If you have any question for Lenore, let me see if there is any right now. Let me just stop here. Doesn't have any question, but that's okay. If you have any question later on when you get across this video, just leave in the comments. I'll make sure you get to her. And just feel free to go and see, look at her website and take advantage of this complimentary attunement that I will. Thank you again, Lenore, and that
And
was a
read
pleasure.
about the remote healing and some of the results I've been having lately, and even a lifetime of anxiety once, just after the first remote session was dissolved. So, and over time, one of my clients suddenly was able to publish a book. Had just been journaling for 10 years, and then he gained the confidence and attract the publisher, and created a beautiful book. So everything from the smallest problems. One person thanked me for saving his foot. It was going to be amputated, and I was called on, what can you do? This person in Costa Rica. So I can't take credit for it. We know where all healing comes from, but we can be a channel for that healing energy and intention and supporting others in it. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
I really loved it. I love you. You're such a beautiful person. I'm very glad that you are in my life now. And let's do it again about A Course in Miracles. I let you go with lots of love, that we will connect again. And thank you everyone that is watching. If you are not subscribed, just hit the subscribe button if you so wish. Thank you, Lenore.
Namaste. Thank you.
All right, we just finished. Oh, I really, really enjoy